The Bio Grinder might be the best automated addition yet through Bob Tall Tales for Ark Survival Ascended. From grinding almost any creature to meat and bones, and also kibble, including tech creatures for all that juicy oil, scrap metal, and even element dust. It's pretty wild. Well, in this video we're just gonna cover that and more, so stay tuned till the end of the video. And if you do find this video informational, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe and share around, as that always helps with the channel. With that, let's get right into this one. Unlocking at 85, the Bio Grinder is certainly an in-game item requiring only 440 cementing paste, 60 electronics, 240 polymer, 40 crystal, and 800 metal ingots, which is not so bad considering it can get all of that back and more, and you'll see that later in this video. As for placement, the Bio Grinder is a 5x5 structure. As you can see right here, we have it dead in the center and is a 5x5. Now this can be placed on foundation as well as on ceiling. So if you want an elevated grinder with stairs coming down, like if you want it just like so, and you can have like creatures whipped and taken to the grinder and stuff like that, so you have an elevated platform, you can do that. As for build limit, there is no such build limit. You can place more bio grinders in the vicinity, but the only thing you cannot do is connect two bio grinders. And what do I mean by that? Basically, what I had an idea for, if I could just turn this bio grinder and connect it as making it an extended bio grinder, you cannot do that because it will not allow you to. It's not like as a placement obstruction. You can place it, but with a gap of a foundation. Now, if I even disable snapping and turn it around and stuff like that, it will not allow me. And even the space to place it increases when you use a free placement, unlike the one that is click to snap. Now, as for powering up the Bio Grinder, you can use a bunch of ways, and I am not kidding about that. You can use the tech generator using element to power it up. You can use a normal generator using gasoline to power it up, like so. Like just like that, you can just power them up. If I turn this off, it's still powered. So you can use these two things, and you can use the gasoline to power it up, which will give it 2 days and 2 hours for a stack of 100 gasoline. But if you use the element imbued gasoline, which is the new source of fuel for the battle rigs and stuff, you can get 8 days and 8 hours just with 100 cans of element imbued gasoline, which is crazy. So once you have it powered up, what exactly can you do? So let's get our creatures, and I'll just show you that. Now that we are ready with all our creatures, let's get the Bio Grinder tested. So first up, what the Bio Grinder basically does is, let's just pick up this test dodo, and let's go up our ramp which we have here, and all you want to do is drop the dodo into the Bio Grinder. And what that is, it starts grinding him up, basically turning him into a pulp of meat, hide, and it also turns it into kibble. Now, as you saw about the dodo, we got 12 kibble, we got the meat, we got the hide. Okay, next we have a raptor with the saddle, and we're going to see exactly what happens once you have the raptor onto the grinder. And also note that if you jump into the grinder, it's going to do nothing to you, so you are completely safe. But your creatures, if you accidentally drop it in it and it has low health, it will be grinded. There's no saving it. Be it you're riding it or anything, it's going to be grinded down till it's dead. So here we have the raptor with the saddle, so let's go and check what happens to it. And there we go. It's dead, but the saddle, there's no bag, there's nothing. Don't worry. There is a dispenser here, right above here. It'll drop a bag. So you just have to access it and you'll get the saddle. So now that the raptor is grinded, let's see what we got. So we got 12 basic kibble. And yes, all these creatures are arranged into their kibble. Meaning that if a creature makes exceptional kibble, when that creature is grinded, you will get exceptional kibble. If the creature is doing extraordinary kibble, you will get extraordinary kibble once it's grinded. So every creature which is producing that type of kibble, once killed and grinded down, will give you the same kibble. So let's go next with the Volanosaurus. There we go. It's getting grinded down. It loses health crazy fast. There we go. All done. And we get our regular kibble. Now let's check if the saddle is here, and there we go. We get the saddle here. So they do not stack in the same bag, but the bag remains there. So even if you grind 2-3 creatures with saddle, it shouldn't be a problem because they do not despawn or replace the other saddle. Next up, we have a flyer, which is the snow owl. So let's see if we can grind a flyer. Let's land there. Let's get off. There we go. That's grinded down. And then we get our superior kibble. Let's see where the snow owl saddle is here. Yep. So you get a flyer saddle. No issues there. Next up, we have a Tek Rex. So we want to see how big this can go. So let's go to Tek Rex. We should get exceptional kibble once this guy is grinded down. And here we go. Now this one has a Tek saddle, so I just want to see if that also gets included. And yes, it does. And let's quickly check. Yep, we got an exceptional kibble right here. And the Rex gave us 14 exceptional kibble. So higher the level, the more kibble you get. So that was a 270 Tek Rex, and that dropped us 14 kibble. So breeding may give you higher kibble if you have a higher level creature. And it totally depends. It's not a crazy increment. As you see, it's 225. So that's almost 45 levels. And that just gives you 2 extra kibble. But it does give you extra kibble as the levels scale up. Next up, we have Yuty, which should give us the extraordinary kibble. So let's go and drop it down. There we go. And that should give us the extraordinary kibble. So we have the complete set of all kibbles. And we get all the resources that the creature drops. And for the Tek creatures, you don't always get the electronics when you're grinding them down, as we grinded the Tek Rex. We got 2 element, we got 2 oil, 10 scrap metal, and 5 pelt from the Yuty. So all the creatures we tested were egg-laying creatures, and they gave us kibble. So what about creatures that are gestated or that do not lay eggs? Well, I have a gacha here, and we're going to test just that. We're going to see if it drops any gacha crystals, because that makes total sense, I guess. And we're going to see if it drops any kind of kibble. So let's get into the gacha testing. So the gacha is also an exception, and that's first time I'm learning about it. So let's go ahead and spawn another creature, which I know very well is gestated. So since the gacha didn't work, let's go ahead and try the dire bear, which is also a gestated creature. Let's see if it drops anything. There we go. We're grinding the dire bear. Let's see, do we get any kind of kibble? No. So you do not get any kibble from gestated creatures or creatures that are not laying eggs. I'm not sure if there are any kind of exceptions, but as of now, you cannot grind gachas, and you also cannot grind a Tek Giga or any Giga for that fact, because I had a sweet Giga Hut farm build, and I just noticed that you couldn't grind the Giga, and now while testing this video in front of y'all, I couldn't even grind the gachas. And on to our subscriber corner, which is just one request, and I'm going to add it way before in the video. So we're basically testing the platform saddle with structures on it. So we have a couple boxes here with stuff in it. Not this one, sorry. Like this one, we have a couple element imbued fuel. We have a couple of resources in this one. We have fuel in this generator. And we have a Tek foundation. So basically, we're going to check if a Quetzal with a platform and stuff on it is grinded. Does the structure get grinded along with it? And if we get any kind of returns if we're grinding with the structures. So let's go and just test that out. There we go. Okay, all the structures got destroyed, but did it get anything in return? Sadly, no. It doesn't get anything in return. You lose everything, and you don't even get the Quetzal platform saddle. It's crazy. Maybe this thing has it? Let's see here. Okay, we got the oil. I mean the fuel. And we got all the stuff that was on it. But where's the Quetzal platform saddle? Is that it? No. I think the Quetzal platform saddle is gone, but we did get every resource that was there, but not the structure resources. And there is no Quetzal saddle even at the dispenser. So that is weird. So if you have a platform saddle and you have platform on it and you by mistakenly grind it, they're not going to get any platform saddle back. So keep that in mind. Another thing to note about the grinder is you can only grind live creatures, meaning that if you find a dead carcass, for example, like this Tek Rex that is dead here, I don't know who killed him, but if you drag his body, okay, and say you drop it on the grinder just like so, it will disappear and you'll think maybe it took it. So we had 28 exceptional kibble that is from the Tek Quetz and the Tek Rex, so nothing. You basically don't even get the meat or anything from a dead carcass, so you can't actually grind dead carcasses. They have to be wild creatures. Now you may be saying, why did I say this is the best automated structure added to Bob Tall Tales? Well, there are two ways to maximize the production of the bio grinder. One of them doesn't work, sadly, because as of now you cannot use this on wild dinos, meaning any wild dinos you try to put into the bio grinder will not kill them. And I tested this as the clip here and it just doesn't work. It was a crazy idea. I used the Armadogo's bait saddle to bait creatures into it, and it could be used for taming purposes but not for the bio grinder. It was a good find though. If you think that it was a good try, don't forget to subscribe. But the other one is an automated farm, and that is crazy. Basically, you can get all the tech stuff from the tech creatures as well as polymer when the servers open up to Kairukus and other stuff that drops polymer like the praying mantis. And I'll show you just that. And here it is, the slaughterhouse. So let's go ahead and check out what it does, how it works, and all that stuff. So basically how this works, like the old automated tech farm, similar like where you use the Therizino to farm up the babies, but in this case you now use the bio grinder. And what it does is basically all the eggs will drop down this hatch. So we have the Rex egg, we have the Parasaur egg, and also down here we have the Kairuku eggs. But there is a catch to this. You may be thinking, why didn't I put them down there? Because on a bio grinder, anything put above a single level or a single wall is going to be grinded. It doesn't matter what it is. So if I go ahead here, let's go and spawn as a Kairuku. There we go. Let's spawn that Kairuku right here. Now you may be thinking, well, I just lied. It's not grinding, right? Well, let me pick it up and let me drop it down. Look at that. So anything placed one wall higher than the grinder is going to be grinded to death. So also you need to be careful that you may think that your creature is safe to walk if you have a ceiling just one wall above the grinder. Well, it's not, because it will kill it. So just keep that in mind. Now all these eggs are going to drop here, and we have some AC vents with windowed walls, which is going to hatch them up. Okay, so let's quickly hatch all these creatures up and see what we get. As of now, we have these many stuff, so I'm just going to take them out. That's 100. Oh my god. Okay, let's just take all of these out and let's speed up this process. Now we have nothing in the grinder, so let's just see one batch of eggs from all these creatures and how much stuff do we get. Because keep in mind, you don't get electronics on every creature, even being an adult. So baby creatures may be even less. But let's see. So just from that batch alone, we have got around 81 polymer, 109 electronics, 119 element dust, 94 scrap metal, 48 simple kibble. But for some reason we did not get any of the exceptional kibble from the Rex baby. So let's go and hatch a few Rex eggs. Let's just pop these two here and see if they actually drop the exceptional kibble. There we go, that's one. And that's two. Okay. So yeah, we don't seem to get exceptional kibble from the Rex babies, so keep that in mind. But for the Kairukus, you do get the basic kibble. And honestly, for a passive build, this is not bad for the amount of resource you get just for having it going on while you do something in your base. It's really neat when this works, and it's going to be game changing even for PvE builds, as we cannot kill babies in PvE with a Therizino build. So this may certainly help in the PvE kind of a genre where you could have this going on while you're doing something else in a PvE server. And that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it informational. And if you did, don't forget to smash the like button, as it always helps with the algorithm, and also subscribe and share around, as that always supports the channel. I know this video is delayed and it took a lot of time, but Christmas was here and I had to spend some time with my little girl, being her first Christmas and all that. So really sorry about that, but the later videos might be a little bit more quicker as they're already tested and some of them are already made. Just has to be edited a bit, and those will come quicker than this one. And thank you for being patient and understanding. It really means a lot. But yeah, with that, Elzo signing off, and I'll see you on the next one. Till then, peace out.